Hi, Arfeen back. Welcome back. You made it to the first video. I'm truly happy. Congratulations for taking that step, because you know what? Most people don't even show up, and you've showed up, and that in itself is really amazing. One thing I want to make it very clear right now, that I'm going to be very, very straightforward in this entire process over the next 5 days, or 4 days, should I say, over the next 4 days. And I want you to be crystal clear in your mind that you've come here for a serious reason. I will make a few other things clear as well. That number one, I'm not going to do motivation, I'm not going to do inspiration, I'm not going to do positive thinking. I'm going to be very, very clear and cut to the point so that you can get real value from this program. Let me tell you what my objective of the program is, from my personal objective. My objective is this, that you, by the end of this, should decide to become a coach. Whether you become a coach with me, or you become a coach by yourself, or with someone else, that is not the issue here. The issue is I want you to become a coach, because right now we've gone through some of the most turbulent times in human history. 2 years of lockdowns, financial disasters, relationship challenges, health challenges. And if there's been a time to become a coach, it is today. It is now. This is that moment to become a coach. And before I tell you about that in terms of what the future holds, which we'll talk about maybe on day 4 or something, I just want you to know that this is a really good moment to become a coach for a number of reasons. One, the demand is going through the roof. Two, with all due respect, there's a lot of bad coaches out there now. So people are looking for people that are giving you real stuff, not positive thinking and you can do it and read affirmations and all that kind of stuff only, but real content that is workable, accountable, and actually works. So real coaches are doing really, really well. And the third thing that is going to be good for you is that there's a really good possibility for you to technically really actually become financially free, if that's something that you are aiming towards. And if you're a helper of a person and you want to do something amazing, this is fabulous for you. If you've done the personality report, based on your reports, I will tell you that each one of the personality types that are present are all coach kind of people. That if you're in a good state, and we'll talk about that maybe later, that you can all become really, really amazing coaches. And if you're in an average state, read your report. I promise you this is the best way in the world to get out of that state and become an extraordinary human being. But the first question is, for you, is why are you here? What made you decide to come onto this program? What is the reason that you're even thinking about becoming a coach? What is that reason? Because I always tell people is that whenever you start a journey, the reason behind the journey is actually much more important than taking the first step. Because once the reason is strong and it's powerful and it's like truly amazing, you will not be scared about any hurdles that come your way. And your winning chances are absolutely almost guaranteed, because you're coming with the right reason. Now, I don't know where you are in your life right now. I have absolutely no idea. Some of you may be in a deep, dark winter where things are not good at the moment. You've just, maybe you're financially in a bad space. Maybe your relationships are in a bad space, health-wise bad. Maybe COVID has just kind of wrecked your mind. I don't know where you are, but it could be a very kind of space where you're thinking, is anything possible? How do I get out of this? What do I do? If you're one of those people, I want you to think of the reasons why you want to get out. What is it that you really want to do? What's going to make you truly happy? Others here may be in spring season, that you've just got out of winter. You're now feeling a lot better about who you are as a person. You're looking for opportunities. You're now saying, the time has come for me to take care of my own life. The time has come for me to make a good income for myself. The time has come for me to make a difference in the world. So you could be one of those people that have just come out of a dark winter. You're in spring now and you're ready to rock and roll, but you're not sure. What do I do? Which direction do I go in? But I know I want to do something, but I don't know where I want to go. It's a real, real challenge. So I want you to think about that right now and ask yourself, are you in winter or spring? Or are you one of those people that are in summer? That you've started working, things are going great for you. Maybe your relationships are great, financially you're great, you're feeling good about life generally, but now is your time for paying back or giving back. You want to help people, you want to go out there and you want to make people feel empowered, you want to make people look at the truth of their life, the reality of their life, and do something great. Or maybe some of you are in the autumn season. You had a great time, COVID came along, smashed you. You're not kind of in winter yet, but you're kind of in a pretty dark space or looking ahead, but it's something you want to do to go back to that summer. So where are you? What's the reason you've come here? Because no point coming to see if something is good if your reasoning is poor. I remember when I first started coaching, my reason wasn't strong enough. So I struggled. It was difficult for me to do. Until one day I did a program where I had my vision, my mission, my codes all defined in my head. And it gave me that power to excel and do something extraordinary. So as a coach, I'm asking you to get your pen and paper right now. If you don't have pen and paper, record it by voice on your phone or type it on your phone or whatever you need to do. But make a documented evidence and answer the following question. Why do I want to become a coach? And if you're not sure, just imagine you've decided to become a coach and still put that reason down. What are the 3 reasons why I must become a coach? Notice the word must. Not I should, but I must. Because the reasonings are the propellant. I've met many, many people in my time that have joined many other programs that after a few weeks, maybe a few days even, and some of them never even opened the program and they quit. Because the reason they came onto the program is not powerful enough. So there's something called compelling reason. A compelling reason is the true drive behind why you'll do something. So I'll give you an example. If I came behind you right now and I covered your mouth and nose so that you cannot breathe and you knew that I was going to kill you, would you attack me with a nearby knife? If you knew I was going to kill you, the answer is yes, because your compelling reason is that you have to survive. So when you go to work, what is your compelling reason? Is it to pay the bills? Not very compelling, but that's more of a pain reason. What is the reason why you want to launch forward? What is the reason why you want to drive ahead? What is the reason why you want to step up? Because that's so important. And once you write that reason down, you know, it will give you wings. Now, if you're not sure, it's very, very simple. You write down a list of all the reasons why you want to become a coach. Maybe you have 10 reasons. You're not sure which one is the compelling one. Out of the 10, pick 5. Out of the 5, pick 2. Out of the 2, pick 1. As simple as that. And once you get that, you're going to move forward. I remember that from the age of 19 to 25, I was in business. I started coaching maybe when I was, I don't know, in my late 20s. And I had no reason. I wanted to make money, 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 money. It didn't work. Until one day I worked out that I've got a gift. And this gift needs to be shared with the rest of the world. And I put a compelling reason that I'm going to do this for my family. I'm going to do this because I want to become a person of self-value. These are compelling reasons for me. And what that did, it drove me forward to take on all the challenges. I struggled for the first 12 years. I'm going to make sure you don't do that because now it's like actually much easier than it used to be. But I struggled. I didn't know what I was doing. I also had struggled with income. I didn't know what income to make. Somebody would say to me, Arfeen, you know what, you can make $3,000, $4,000 a month in your income. And I thought, come on, I can't make that. I had no belief on how to make the income. So what we're going to do now is that we know why we want to become a coach. Let's work out straight away, day one, what kind of income goals we're going towards. Because I think that's a good motivation too. You've got your reason, which is your driver, and you've got your motivation, which could be the income. Now, your income can be decided in a number of ways. The first way that I do it personally, I decide on the number of people I want to transform this year. That's how I do it. The other way to do it is to decide what income you want to earn. Now, if you're working in a job, or you're in a business, paying yourself a salary, hopefully, or you're someone that used to work but not working right now, then what you do, you put that number in as your target. So in your first year, we're going to match your yearly income. So before I tell you about how to make money, remember I told you just now that the Incredible You 10-week program is $550 or 40,000 rupees? Before I show you the example of that so you know how my coaches do it, watch this short video that's going to give you an explanation of that 10-week. Now this is also good for you to know how clearly defined your coaching system should be. So check this out.
The next few minutes will change your life. Everyone has dreams, but the one thing that stops them is their own self-beliefs. Do you want to achieve your goals, wishes, dreams, and expectations in life? Do you want to be the one person in your family that wants to set the new standard? Have you ever wanted to start a business, lose weight, go on your dream holiday, or achieve financial freedom, but just could not do it no matter how hard you try? Well, those days have about to change. We're about to share with you a simple and powerful coaching system that will ensure you will become the person you've always wanted to be and finally fulfill everything you've ever wanted to. Welcome to the Incredible You Coaching System. Over the next few minutes, you'll discover a system that will transform you as a person in under 10 weeks. Pay attention, your life is about to change. Most people work hard day and night to do the best for their families, but just fail. Over time, they settle for a mediocre life and simply quit on their dreams. Have you ever heard of stories of ordinary people that became super successful? People who were poor but achieved financial freedom? Ever heard of Kenny Trout? The founder of Excel Communications paid his way through college by selling life insurance, who's now worth $7 billion. Or Starbucks' Howard Schultz. He grew up in a housing complex for the poor and is now worth $2 billion. There's more. Born into poverty, Oprah Winfrey became the first African-American TV correspondent, now worth $3 billion. Larry Ellison dropped out of college after his adoptive mother died, and he held odd jobs for 8 years, now worth $41 billion. That's proof that it's possible. These people have shown that it works. Now it's time for you to take your life to the next level. The Incredible You system is an amazing way for you to change the way you think about your dreams. It's a step-by-step, 10-week coaching system that produces real results. This system is not like anything you've seen before. It's new, it's powerful, and it works every single time. Now you can finally achieve anything you want to. It's time to make life incredible. It's time to become the Incredible You. The Incredible You is different. Normal coaching or training only helps for a short time, and most people go back to the same way they used to be. Over time, they convince themselves that nothing can change. Well, everything can change if it's done right. Imagine a 10-week journey that works deep into your mind to change your limiting behaviors and your limiting beliefs permanently. This is not the fake positive thinking movement. This is real change in just 10 weeks. Let's see how the Incredible System works. Each week, your Incredible You certified coach will take you through the system step by step using proven processes that will help you discover who you are, what you want, and how you can achieve it. Each coach is trained to produce results and produce them fast. So if you want to be wealthy, lose weight, improve your love life, or make friends, then this program is for you. Week 1 and 2, we go through your inner DNA, a revolutionary way to discover what drives you, the foundation of who you are. This will allow you to understand what your baselines are. Baselines help you make the right choices, what work you should do, who you can get along with, and plan your destiny. Your coach will help you discover your unique baselines so that you can start building your future. Once you discover this, we go to the next stage. Week 3 and 4 is where the magic happens. You will use the same process that all successful people use to achieve greatness. Imagine discovering your inner wiring diagram. We call it integrated power coding. Integrated power coding is a process that helps you understand how you've been wired and how negative codes are embedded in your brain. And this causes most people to have a roller coaster life. Over time, your thoughts become codes, and these codes will drive you to massive success or massive failure. Not anymore. Our system will code you to success and then see massive results. You'll be amazed. Have you ever met someone who has less skills than you, is not as smart as you, yet seems to have the Midas touch? Everything they touch just works. It's so annoying. But do you know why? Their baselines and coding are in alignment with their dreams and actions. Week 5 and 6 will get you to dream. It's time to set your defined outcomes. Time to actually start to know what you really want and set deadlines using Outcomes Plus. Outcomes excite, motivate, and inspire you to take action and push your limits. You will effortlessly start achieving your true outcomes, and like no other goal-setting programs. Your coach will take you through our Power Leaps process and hold your hand through this simple yet powerful part of the Incredible You coaching system. Your income will skyrocket, or lose the weight you've always wanted to, or simply reignite your love life. This is where your dreams become a reality. Are you ready to take the power leap? Let's move to the next stage. Week 6 and 7 take you through our Unleash You process. You will destroy any obstructions that may come in the way of your outcomes and discover what kind of impact your friends and other people you spend time with have on you. You will clear all future obstacles in advance. It's like a roadmap with clear, defined roads, with nothing to stop you reaching where you truly want. Don't forget, your Incredible You coach will take you through this. You're never on your own. We will ensure you don't quit, just like most people do. We're almost there. The final leap for you to become the incredible person you've always wanted to. Week 9 and 10 is about putting your successful blueprint together. Yes, you heard right. A personalized blueprint that's just for you. You will walk away with everything aligned. No more "can I do it?" No more "what if I fail?" This is the final destination to start your new life. Your baselines, inner DNA, power leaps unleash you and are all put together in a powerful blueprint. This is the same system all the big names use. And for the first time in history, it's your chance to use the same incredible system. Simply register, commit to 2 hours per week over 10 weeks, and that's it. All the tools are ready. Your coach is ready. Are you? 10 weeks to a new life. Get started now and live the life you've always wanted. Time to become the Incredible You.
So, income. Let me show you some examples of what I feel is some of the possibilities of what kind of income you want to earn. Now, a lot of people come up to me in this industry and say, oh, you know what, I'm going to start off, I'll start low, and I'll slowly build my clientele up until I get to a point that I can make money. But that's a challenge, because when you start low, you end up getting into a bit of a circle of comfort, and you don't go higher than that, and it becomes very hard. Now, question number one, is it easy to make a decent $10,000 a month income? Yeah, absolutely. I'll show you proof, literally no bullshit. I'll show you proof of how you can make $10,000 a month and how it can work effectively if you follow the same things that I'm going to share with you. So a few rules to the game. Number one, one-to-one coaching, as far as I'm concerned, is illegal. We're not even going to consider one-to-one coaching, because one-to-one coaching is more like counseling. So if you want a counselor, no problem. But when it comes to coaching, the best form of coaching is group coaching. In fact, if you look at all the weight loss programs around the world that have been very, very successful, almost all of them are group coaching methodologies or weight loss. The same thing with coaching. Group coaching is far more powerful, far more effective, and it basically ensures that the coach doesn't become a counselor and start giving advice. Because coaches don't give advice, they ask amazing probing questions. And when you have, say, 5 people as an average group for coaching, that means in the same hour that you work, you can actually make 5 times the income. Which means what? Which means that instead of you having to work an hour and then do a one-to-one, then another hour, another hour, you can actually work with 5 people at one time through a process that will produce results. Now, we'll talk about that later on, of how we can do that, maybe in day 3 or day 4. But I'm letting you know that group coaching is the future. It is the way to do it. Because we don't want the people dependent upon you and calling you every time they have a problem. We're talking about taking ownership, building a unity, building a group of people that work together through a methodology that actually works. So let's talk about coaching income. How does that work? Now, I know, for example, that some people will charge something like $100 per hour. Some people can charge $200 per hour, and some people even charge $2,000 per hour. And some people, if they're really, really nervous, may even start at $50 per hour. So the first question is, how do you decide your income? What is the methodology of you deciding how to make money? That's a good question. Are you going to start at the $50, the $100, the $200, the $2,000? Which one? So what I found is this, is that a good coaching program can be sold for approximately $550. And if you're in India, for example, the equivalent approximately would be about 40,000 rupees. So that is pretty decent. Now, the problem with coaching in most people's cases is that you'll come along to a coach and they'll say, all right, how many sessions do I need? And the coach will say, well, it all depends, let's see how it goes. But most clients don't want that. They want a beginning and they want an end. So if your coaching program does not have a beginning and an end, it now becomes counseling. Nothing wrong with counseling, but coaching should have a defined outcome. So for example, I have a program called the Incredible You. This one here, the Incredible You. The Incredible You is a 10-week coaching program. This is the program that all of my 6,000 coaches use around the world. 10-week coaching program. Now we, or the coaches, sell this for $550 or 40,000 rupees. Now, this entails, I'm going to give you an example of what I'm doing so you get an idea of what you could do or what you could do with me, either way. I'm going to give you an example of what I'm doing so that you can do this yourself or you can do something with me maybe later on. I'm going to give you an example of what I'm doing, and if you want to do something similar, you can do it yourself, or even later, I'll show you how you can use a system that I've actually created. So how does it work? So in my case, it's a 10-week program. And it's 2 hours per week, which means I'm doing a total of 20 hours. As simple as that. There's a beginning, there's an end. And in 10 weeks, I will give you a guarantee of the following results. Now you may be thinking, Mr. Khan, but what if I want to be a relationship coach? Or I want to be a health coach? I want to be a money coach? Will this kind of system work? Yes. My advice to each one of you is this, is never, ever, ever do external coaching. And you're saying, what are you talking about? I mean, there are people that will say, I'll show you how to make $10,000 a month, and I will coach you in that. Or I'll show you how to lose 20 kilos in a month, and I'll show you how to do that. So what they do, they work on the external world of a client. And if you work on the external world, that's impossible for you to have a dedicated program from beginning to end to be identical for every one of your participants. Because one glove does not fit all in the external world. But in the internal world, where you're working with mindset, you're working with outcomes, you're working with codes, you're working with masterminds, that can be one glove fits all hands. Because even if I do a 10-week program for someone in health, if I can get their mindset strong about who they are, what they want to do, their actions will automatically lead to that. If I want to get someone who wants to be financially free, if I work on their mindset over the 10 weeks, they will achieve financial freedom. If I want to get someone that wants to have a better relationship or find Mr. Right or Miss Right, if I work on the mindset, then there's a higher probability that they will take the right actions to do that. So my opinion is that you work on that. That is why the system that I've created can actually help with any niche that you can ever imagine out there. But there's a beginning and there's an end. The client's happy, you're happy, you have a process, you have a system. So how will this work? It's very, very simple. I mean, I don't really even have to show you this because mathematically it's the most simplest calculation in the world. So if I say, for example, I want to make $10,000 per month, all I have to do is divide that by 550. Oops. 550, and that gives me an answer of, right. So if I want to make $10,000 a month at a price of 550, that's the price I'm going to sell maybe a 10-week program or a 20-week program, whichever you decide. That means I need to get 18.1 clients per month. Now you're thinking 18 clients a month, I'll go cuckoo. Of course you won't, because that means you have to do 3 groups of 5, effectively. So that means you're doing 15. In total, you're going to be working 6 hours per week. 2 hours per batch is 6 hours per week. That gives you an income of $10,000. I know what you're thinking right now. You're thinking, that sounds all very nice, Mr. Khan, but where am I going to get those 15 or 18 clients from? And the answer for that, I will be sharing with you on day 4 of exactly how to do marketing, where the clients do come to you. And again, I'm not going to tell you to go and write your own copy matter, write your Facebook campaigns, do your Instagram campaigns. I'm going to show you how you can get clients with 0 ad spend. Now, it sounds hypey, sounds unbelievable. I've got proof, I've got evidence, I've got a process, and I will show you that. Because I know that most coaches, for example, when they start coaching for the first time, the first thing they'll do is put an ad out on social media. They get the lead, which they probably haven't defined properly. Then they don't know what to do with the lead. What do I do? How do I convert that person into a client? And I've seen thousands of coaches struggle. But I know that there's a way to do this so that with 0 ad spend cost. Like I'm talking about 0 ad spend cost. So now how you do that, I'll show you. But let's make assumptions, just for the sake of it, that you're able to get 15 or 18.1 clients in a month. that gives you an income of $10,000 a month. So even if I divide this by 2, that means I only need 9 people, or less than 1.5, or just under 2 batches per month of clients. That gives me an income of $5,000 a month. And if I want to make $2,000 a month, I can divide this by 5, which is almost 3 clients a month. That gives you a total income of $2,000 a month. Think about that for a moment. I know you're thinking, where will I get these clients? All I'm trying to tell you is for the hours that you spend right now, I promise you that this may sound unbelievable, but it is happening right now within my organization, within my coaches. It's happening. So I know this works. The price of $550, or if you're in India, 40,000 rupees, for 10 weeks or 20 hours of coaching is not a lot of money. It really isn't a lot of money. In fact, it works out to about $25 an hour, which is nothing for such a high standard program. So you can, but with the group coaching, it becomes 5 times that. It's as simple as that. Everyone got that? Now, one last thing I'm going to say to you before I leave today's video, and listen me out here carefully. If you're earning an income right now, let's say you're making $2,000 a month at the moment, or let's say you're making 15,000 rupees in a month, just for the sake of example. I'm asking you to look at this and work out what your net amount is. What your net amount is of what you get in your hand after tax, okay? Same thing here. Once you get your net amount, I want you to take out your travel cost for getting to work from this net amount. And then I want you to work out how many hours you're working. So if you're working from 9 to 5, you work out from the time you leave your house till the time you come home, which means that you may leave at actual 8 and you may actually end up coming back at 6:30. Calculate the number of hours you have here. Calculate that, and once you've got that, divide this amount by that. The number of hours times 4 equals your monthly hours of work. And with the monthly hours, divide that by your income, and you will see what kind of income you are actually making per hour. Because people don't do this. And the reason I'm asking you to do that is if, God forbid, there's another COVID, God forbid there's trouble going on. This is the only profession that you can do sitting in the comfort of your home with Zoom, for example, or any other conferencing service, and you can sit in the comfort of your home and you can coach anyone worldwide. The boundaries have disappeared. The boundaries have literally vanished. So here we've got your reason for doing it, which is very clear. The income that you can earn right now, which is crystal clear. You've learned about coaching versus group coaching, crystal clear. You've also worked out how much money you actually make per hour in your work or in your business. And if you're not working, that doesn't count for you, but you know what I'm talking about. So what I'm saying to you is that look at the reality. If I asked you right now in your job to have a 40, 50% pay increase, could you do it next month? No. In coaching, you could do a 40%, 50%, 100% increase in your income if you decided to do that, because there's no limitation. The group coaching allows you to work many, 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 many more hours if you want to, or many, 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 many less hours if you want to. So I'm a big fan. I've got thousands of coaches around the world, all following the same system with results. In day 4, I'm going to show you how to do marketing in a way that you will never see anywhere on planet Earth. I'm not even exaggerating. 0 ad spend. You don't need Instagram. You don't need Facebook. You may be thinking, Mr. Khan, but you found me on Instagram, or you found me on Facebook or YouTube. I get that, but I will show you how you can start off as a new coach without doing that. And when you get to a larger stage, of course you're going to use it. Why wouldn't you use it? They're amazing services. They're great. But in the beginning, they're not great. They're costly, and they're very, very hard to manage. So that's amazing. You've done a great job. You've completed this video. Tomorrow, or the next video, I'm going to talk about the challenges that you are going to face. Now, it's not the most positive of videos I'm going to take you through, but you've got to know the truth. What is the truth? Don't get carried away with some pie in the sky type of dream that people give you. There are hurdles. There are difficulties. There are challenges. And you need to foresee them before. And I will also show you, of course I will, how to get rid of those challenges. You've been amazing so far. You've completed this day. Very proud of you. Come back tomorrow. And all the questions that I've asked you here, I'll make sure there's a doc available for you to download and answer those questions. It should be very easy. And if you want to, please submit those questions with the results to the following email that you see on the screen. And if you do all the exercises, I promise you I'll give you a little extra, something nice. Because I want to see how committed you are. One more thing I want to say to you, that we have a registration form. If you want to get a discovery session, you want to talk to one of the coaches, the first step is to fill in an application form. I'm letting you know in advance, there's no cost, not going to charge you any money, there's no money involved. It's a bit of a detailed questionnaire. If you want the questionnaire, you can click on the link that is provided to you and you can download that and you can start filling that in and you can submit it now. And if you don't want to submit it now, you can submit it at the end. But if you do submit it, I'll make sure you get first priority to the discovery call, because I know for a fact that there's going to be a huge demand. And one last thing I want to say, I know this is a bit long. I'll tell you what, I'll tell you next time. Watch the next video. I'll see you soon. God bless. See you next time.